We've got the eye now, and Sadiq Khan admits to being a snowflake, Steve.
Well, he says that he has suffered PTSD after death threats and terror attacks. Now, I'm not going to say that death threats are great. Obviously, that must be terrible. We all have bad times online, but I imagine what he gets is different. The problem is just the use of the term PTSD.
Yeah.
If he'd have said, I am somewhat impacted emotionally, mental health-wise, about having death threats all the time online.
Yeah.
Part of the problem there is online, you should attack the policy, attack the principle that you're arguing. Don't attack the person with, like, oh, some death threat. You're not winning an argument that way.
Yeah.
And then the terror threats, the terror attacks, having to deal with this and knowing that people want to have these kind of actions done against you.
And this is real-life terror attacks that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that, it's true.
And also he says he gets it from both sides. So he gets it from, I guess you'd say, white nationalists or whatever, people on the far right side, but he also gets it from Muslims who are furious at him, from extremist Muslims who are furious at him for being a moderate centrist.
But I think...
And I'd imagine they're a bit scarier because they've got a bit more of a track record of actually doing something.
Well, he considers everybody a threat to him. Didn't he consider people who are protesting ULEZ things as being like Nazis and super dangerous? This story is very interesting because he's basically talking to his people, his woke people, and saying, look at me, I'm all touchy-feely. I have feelings too. Which maybe to his audience, they respond to that.
Well, they love it from Meghan when she's all like, oh, I'm distraught because I was in a high-speed car chase.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think the more telling part of it is it's in this interview where you hear him say, I'm not comparing myself to what other people go through with PTSD. And he says, as a lawyer, people you work with PTSD are asylum seekers and refugees. And you think, can't you even manage to include soldiers in? When you're coming up with examples... But the same bias is true the other way. Some right-wing person, when listing people with PTSD, wouldn't say asylum seekers, so I suppose...
But then some of the asylum seekers with PTSD probably were soldiers before they decided to come to Calais and jump on something that floats. Anyway...